Hello, and welcome back to the Quantum Health Connection podcast. Thank you so much for being here. This is our final episode recording of 2025, and we are going to talk today about our top 10 episodes of season three. Heather, I can't believe we're going to be on season four. I'm your host, Vanessa Baldwin, with my incredible co host, Heather Nielsen. And I'm so excited to chat about this. I feel like for me, and I think I did a post on this or a reel on this on Instagram, which was well received, how much an expansion process this podcast is, right? How much growth, how much understanding, how much the amazing, incredible people that we meet, healing their healing stories. I love that. I love like hearing about different modalities and about like just all of the opportunities that there are in the world, like that we have access to, and like all the incredible things that we can do as human beings. Like I just love it. And when I first began this podcast with you, I'm like, oh, we're just going to teach people about like quantum and circadian biology and maybe a little bit of homeopathy. And it's like, it's just grown so much. Like, I feel like it becomes its own entity, right? And it's like, we're fostering that, which is like, oh my God, it's so yummy and so cool. And I just feel like it's like such a powerful thing to be a part of and just a lot of growth that's come through me and just being more open. I feel like I'm an open person, but even more so now to like really anything is possible. And there are so many like different avenues and things that we could go down. And I love it. So wanted to share that. But yeah, thank you so much for being here and being a part of the journey with us. And we're excited to go into 2024, season four with you.
I know. Can you believe we're already in 2026? It's like, what happened? The time goes so fast. Every
Oh my
episode
God.
is just come and gone. And honestly, Vanessa, I mean, it's such a gift. It's such a blessing. I feel like I'm a kid in a candy store. It's like, ooh, who do we want to connect with? And what do we want to learn about? And how can we get this information out there from all of these incredible individuals who are bringing healing to the world and have so many of their own gifts they're sharing and are so passionate and just care so much about everything, and it's very much necessary to offset the doom and gloom and all of this state of the
Yeah.
world. And so we need, it's like I feel like we're just transmission or transmitter of light. So we're bringing the
Yeah.
love and the knowledge, right, and all of
Yeah.
that healing energy, and we're sending it around the world because we have listeners all over the world.
I know, is that
And
amazing that we can do that? Like, there's so much, like, of course, there's the negative of technology, but there's just also the amazement part of technology, right? That we can connect every week. Heather and I get to sit down, chat with each other for an hour before and an hour after. Like, it's like, I like to have my Tuesdays free for podcasting because I get to chat with Heather and also with guests too afterwards. We get to chat with them afterwards too, because there was, you want to talk to people, you get to know people and God, just to get to know all these amazing people and have that capability of transferring that information and energy really throughout the entire world. Like that's really powerful and incredible. And I don't think that we realize like the gift that we have of that, how we can really have this quantum ripple effect on the world, like by putting out this information. And that's why, like, when people are like nervous about coming on the podcast, I'm like, just come do it because what you have to share is so valuable and people need to hear about it. And it's a way for them to know your heart, your energy, and expand and get you known in the world. And it's just, oh my God, it's such an amazing thing. I'm just feeling it.
yeah, I love it when you talk about the guests who's we've been the podcast for a number of people who it was their first time doing a podcast, which always makes me feel so happy. And like we
Honored.
provide a safe space for
Mm.
people to come into their own as far as in their voice and putting it out there in the world about what they have, who they are and what they have to offer and what they're doing. So that always makes me so happy because safety is to me foundational for our healing. If your
Mm.
body doesn't feel safe, you're not going to really be able to heal as much as you want to. If we don't feel safe, we don't open our hearts up and share our love, right,
Mm.
for with people. And it's just a really profound, I think, experience for us to be able to have that space for people.
So many times, yeah, we had people, this is their first podcast experience, and then afterwards they're like, "Oh, that was great." Like it was like we provide this, I think we provide a very casual, comfortable, authentic conversation, and I hope that that vibe comes through because that is the goal. Like it's not stressed, there's no like rigidity, like we're going to ask you these questions and like it's just a fun, casual conversation and getting to know the person and sharing their gifts or talents with the world and just like they
Mhm.
always have said, "Oh, they felt comfortable with us." And that really is that's really special, in a big way. So yeah,
And I
all the
want to
gifts have
keep
been
that
amazing.
ethos going. I want to keep that energy going for us because we do this out of love. Like we're obviously not in here pitching a lot of stuff to you guys, but all of our guests have things to offer that we want you to go check out. We also have our own offerings, but we also want to be able to keep this energy that we have of right that we're just here playing basically is how I feel about it. Like I'm playing, this is amazing, and sustain ourselves. Like we do need to make a living, so I'm thinking like we need to weave in a little bit more about how to do that. So
We're just like having fun over here.
yeah,
Most people on a podcast are like driving their things,
yeah,
like you have to buy
yeah,
this and do this. I
yeah.
kind of don't love it though when I sit down. I'm not downing anybody's podcast, but when I don't love it when I like sit down and listen to a podcast and the whole time they're just trying to sell me something, that bothers me. Like
No, yeah,
feel you, I want to feel your heart.
right.
I want to connect with you. That to me means more than anything. And of course, what I love about us too is like some people who have a podcast, and maybe this is, I'm not being judgmental, but some people like they don't want the competition on their podcast. Oh, they're not going to work with me,
Oh,
they're going to work
right.
with somebody else. I don't feel that at all. Please go to whoever resonates with you. And I want people to come on like that I think are amazing and we can showcase their talents because to me, it's like everybody has gifts to offer and everybody can give something to the world.
There's
So
enough for everyone, and I don't want
yeah,
that
there's enough
fear.
for
If that's
everybody.
fear based, like oh my God, if we promote
Hmm.
this person, then they're gonna go with them and not us. It's like screw that. I'm not about that.
Me
And we
neither.
still want you guys to go and rate and review our podcast and leave us up to a 5-star review and tell us what you like about it so that we can get more exposure, so that we can help more people find healing. That's really our goal. So
Really, right. We have this. I mean, if you go back and you listen to all of our episodes, what did you say? We had 138, Heather. There were so many amazing, gifted, talented healers that we've interviewed, including us. We are amazing, gifted, talented healers too. And, feel into what resonates or what feels you feel called to because there are so many amazing, amazing people that we've interviewed that we've shared. So I
yeah.
definitely would implore you to go check out the other podcast episodes that we've had. And today we're going to share the top 10 of this season which were really great. But of course, there's other ones too that were so like they're all awesome. Like there's one's not better than the other, but these are the ones that were most shared, most downloaded, right? And yeah, they all have value though for sure.
Do you want to share our personal favorites right now or at the end of this top 10?
Um, either one, it doesn't matter to me. I'm good to go either
I'm
way.
changing up the order of our
No,
plans. Vanessa's
man.
like,
No, I'm
ah,
all good at it.
okay,
I'm
okay.
all good. What do you
Um,
want to do? Let's feel into it right now. What are you feeling want to
I
chat
kind of
about?
want to share our top 10 first. I mean, the couple. So, you guys, I'll be honest, like, there's so many episodes for
Mhm.
one year, and I just reviewed all them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's overwhelming how much stuff we have in our this year, like the 2 years before,
Yeah.
or the year and a half before. So it's like, ooh. But what I do is I go by the amount of emotional movement I felt, right? Like something
Yes.
really touched me. There's not that I don't feel that with everyone, because I
Yeah.
connect with all of our guests in multiple ways at different levels, right? And it's not all just about like the cognitive knowledge. Like some people just have
Mm-mm.
like so much knowledge they're carrying around, and it's like, wow, that's impressive, and it's amazing because that's what people need to heal is understanding and knowing more.
Yeah.
So of course these are more personal. It's like my favorite, not my favorite, but one of the ones that touched me a lot was actually Dr. Todd Cooney, and he's a homeopathic veterinarian. And
So
this is,
good.
yeah, and this is personal because I lost my dog Nina
Mm.
because of jab poisoning, and I know a lot of
Mm.
people may think that's horseshit, but I totally know that that's what happened. And of course, I struggle
Mm.
with like the choices I made. But he said that he can take puppies and give them the homeopathic remedies that will act as if they are the same thing as if they were getting jabbed and prevent them from having
Right.
to go through that.
Yeah, he
So
was using the nosodes, the
nosodes,
homeopathic
yeah,
nosodes. Yep.
nosodes. And so that to me was just like, oh my God, if I would have known that for Nina, I only would have done that. And that's why I want to emphasize it now because he was like the most loving. This is a vet, like an army or a military veteran. He's, I think, like these real tough guys, and he was like the most soft, gentle, loving. And he went through and did allopathic veterinary medicine, and then he switched to homeopathy. So he knows what that was like. And then he does only homeopathic now, and he says his dogs are so his patients, his dog patients are so healthy, and that he has so much higher of a healing rate compared to the what he had um, was able to do with conventional medicine. And I was just like, I wish that every pet owner knew this information and that we all had homeopathic vets in our neighborhoods or our communities to access. He's in, I think it's Iowa, I forget, but
Yeah, but
um,
he does virtual all
he
over,
does
so.
virtual. He
Hmm.
does virtual, but I think that this homeopathic veterinary is way underutilized, and I just have such a huge bias, I'll be honest, against the vets who use the conventional for
Yep.
anything except for life-saving stuff, because I think basically you're just slowly poisoning your pet and killing them. But that's just me.
That episode is number 123 if you guys are looking for it.
Thank you. The
Hmm.
other one that I really, really enjoyed is Dana Kipple, and she has a book out in New Force. Hopefully, I got that right. She's incredible. Like, she is just this powerhouse. I mean, the woman has amazing energy, and she's just like the ether and the plasma. She calls it plasma. Is her universe is just she's basically just created this whole I don't want to call it empire, but this whole, this whole space of celebrating and learning about and using the plasma, the ether. She
Mm.
used it for her anxiety, and I'm like, how would you hear somebody like, I overcame my anxiety using plasma, and you're like, what the hell? No, it's usually I took drugs, I got some CBD, I'm meditating, I'm yoga, massage, whatever people do, right? CBT, all the things. But no, I use plasma. I'm like, this is a freaking amazing. So, and she wrote this 800-page book about it, and she's doing speaking at conferences. I'm like, I really admire that from somebody who's taken like an esoteric, hard as hell subject and just she's playing. I'm like, I like to
Mhm.
play. So
Mhm.
I'm really like grooving on that.
She's number 113,
Thank you.
episode 113. Were
And
those your tops or you have
yeah,
more?
those are the two I'm picking out.
Oh, you picked.
Otherwise, I feel like I'll be here all day talking about all of them.
I might be here all day. So
It's okay. It's okay.
okay. So 136, when you just came out with the fertility crisis that we just did, I really liked that episode that we did and we brought out. I actually listened to it two more times and I was like, there were so many good clips I could pull out of this, but how many can I post? But they're just like, honestly, I feel like it was really good. And for me, it is a really big crisis. And I think we handled it with honestly such grace. And we did a beautiful job talking about it. And I think that people really need to kind of wake up in a way and realize what's going on here and how much our environment is really impacting us and how we're becoming infertile. And I think it's a big calling of mine to help women get healthy enough to bring healthy offspring into the world. So to me, I thought that was a really great episode. And I also love that was 136. So that's a recent one. And also number 132 we did on Tylenol and autism. I thought was also really good. Not to toot our own horns here, but they were really good episodes that we came out with. And I really think that, of course, again, it goes back to the deeper issues that are causing things like autism and pandas and anxiety. And I mean, the amount of kids who have anxiety and depression and OCD and ODD and all these kind of behavior things, like we've really swapped, our kids are really they're getting sicker when they have all of these really mental emotional issues going on and it's a really big passion of mine to support women and to support children. So to me those two hit home for me that we've done. I also absolutely loved Chelsea Hazlett that you brought introduced. She was amazing with the soul purpose activation. Everything about her, like her energy, her vibe, that was episode 127. Her whole vibe was just amazing, and I felt her energy in a really positive way. And I think the work that she's doing is very valuable, how she's helping you. Heather and I both got a session with her, which was amazing also. And she taught me a lot about myself, how I'm very outcome orientated. Like, so I need to know what the outcome is to get the result. And like just all these little ins and outs of how to actually help me manifest based on my own soul's blueprint, like the way that I'm wired. How do I get what I desire, basically? Very cool stuff. And I thought it was excellent. And I can't not bring Gregory Glicken because I think he's an amazing person as well. I've mentioned him many times. He's episode 101. So he did biofield tuning session with us. He talked all about biofield tuning and he did a bonus session. And I've had a few sessions with Greg. I think I've had two. I'm definitely going to book one again in the new year. And I just feel like his work is very powerful and it's very intuitive and it's very subtle energy work, but very powerful. And the way that whenever I've had a session with him, I always felt like deeply connected, but also like deeply understood at the same time, which is beautiful, and seeing good shifts. So I think he's a very valuable practitioner and has really good, amazing work to share with the world.
And he's another person who started off in conventional land as a physician's
Yeah.
assistant.
Yeah.
Before that, I think he was a biology teacher or something like that, but then he was a physician's assistant. And so he did all that, right? And so here he is in what people would call a fringe or an alternative or whatever, woo. He's a powerhouse. Like I've had two sessions with him in person.
Oh my God, I can't imagine what a session would be like in person because I won't lie. I would think in person probably be better, but of course, online is still good. I remember
Oh
one
yeah.
time I was having a biofield tuning session with him, and I'm like, I should have brought earphones because there was leaf blowers going on outside. It was like annoying me because you're just trying to like get into that mode, and just hear that and not hear other outside noises. So
Yeah.
in person probably would be more cocooned and more, sacred, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of outside distractions, is my
Mhm.
point.
But his
Um,
ability to use the tuning forks, and now he's got all the things, gongs and this big sound bowls, and he has a whole in. He does both virtually and in person. He has a whole office with all these beautiful things. It's just incredible. But his ability to really attune to you is profound, and then download, and then just deliver to you this so soft and gentle, message, and you're just like feel cocooned in this space.
I think he uses that word quite a bit too. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just really good. He's like, I cocooned you in this. I'm like, oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it. So anyway, definitely check him out. He's episode 101. It was a great episode. Really, really interesting guy and really has a beautiful gift. So, and then I also loved episode 97, which is Homeopathy and Consciousness with Amy Lansky. Her book, The Impossible Cure. Every person should read it, especially if you have children, especially if you have children on the spectrum, if you have children suffering with anything, and or if you just want to understand about homeopathy, I would definitely pick up that book because it's really explains it very, very well. And I love her story. I love how her transformation. They're both like PhDs. They're very good researchers, and she talked also a lot about not only homeopathy and its healing and how homeopathy cured her son of autism, but she also talked a lot about just her wake up to the whole thing on 2020 and shifting all of that and moving and how that all intertwined in her next books that she had. She has two other books. One
Active consciousness is the next one.
Active Conscious, but there's even another one that I haven't got yet, which I will get because I like to support her work, which is all about all the different modalities and healing possibilities that
Did
you
that
could
come out
access.
after the after active consciousness? Is that new?
Yeah, it's a new book. It just came out recently, like in the last 6 months. I can't remember the name of it.
Well, I'll have to look it
But
up. I didn't know
yeah, so I think she's really her work is very
it's exceptional.
exceptional work. Thank you for that word. And just her story is also exceptional. So those are I picked five, and I could probably if I didn't name you, it's I still loved you because I love them all, honestly. And some of them are already in the top 10. So I picked ones that were not in the top 10 on purpose.
Ah, okay.
So I did do that. So there are ones. So
See, I wanted us to do the ones that like somehow personally touched us at the deepest level, and
I
then
think
we'll
they
go with.
all do, though.
No,
That's
I
the
know, I
problem
know,
with
I know. That's why I don't like picking any of them, and I don't like only just going with the stats either. It's like, wait, they all matter. You all matter. All of our guests are
seriously.
amazing. They gift us their time. To me, I have to tell you guys, like I'm a person who, like, if you're stingy and you don't want to share yourself and you feel like you're more important than other people, like I don't want you on the podcast.
Yeah,
Just
that
gonna
is
say it.
so true.
Just gonna say it because we all have value and we all matter.
Beautiful, Heather. I love that. That was a beautiful statement, and I agree wholeheartedly. Mhm. All right, so the top episode number one of this year of 2025 was episode 110, Myths and Truth About Essential Fatty Acids with Justine Stanger. Justine, we both took her course. I think she might have changed the name, but it was called Mitochondrial Restoration when we took it, I believe. Um, Such great information. And one of the components that I really didn't have as depth of knowledge on was essential fatty acids. So learning through her really helped me get a good grapple on them and understanding because I came from the framework of like, oh, you need all the saturated fats and, seed oils are bad for you and all that. And I'm like, well, actually, in their real whole food form, we actually do need some of those and we need a balance. And it's not all about just one way or the other. So she really helped me understand that more. I knew a lot of all the quantum and circadian biology with sunlight and circadian rhythms and all the things about water. Those were kind of review for me in her course, but that piece was new. And how much the fatty acids support like the fluidity of the cell membranes. There was just a lot of good information there, and it's a great episode. And she's a beautiful soul who really, really wants to help people heal and, helps people with severe chronic illness. And, her course is excellent as well. So, yeah, it's a good episode.
And then we have the quantum wonders of red light and sauna therapies coming in at number two. That's one we did. We did that ourselves, and I mean, what can we say? It's light is healing. Light is everything. Light is what you need more of in your life. All forms of natural light, as well as the therapeutic devices. And saunas are a good time right now in the winter. I just had my first one the other day, and I was like, "What? How lucky am I that I get to do a sauna?"
I'm doing one tomorrow. I have it planned in my
Yeah,
schedule. I
yeah,
cannot wait.
yeah. So this
Yeah.
is good to hear that people are really interested. I think we need to do more on red light and maybe do more of
Yeah, we should
a
definitely do some more. We can also bring some more guests on red light as well if we
yeah,
want to. Maybe we should
yeah.
tailor some of that because people are getting into the quantum space, and that's like a good intro for people into the quantum realm is using red light therapy, sauna. And I mean, the amount of studies to show how impactful red light is to our body is amazing. But just as the reminder, red light is free outside all day long from the sun. So we also have that red light therapy device, right? So like we always want that quick fix, but and they're therapeutically and they're good and they're helpful and they're supportive, but sunlight is always number one. And anyway, that was number 88, episode 88, if you want to go back and listen to it. And then number three was episode 90 with Daniel Hamilton about quantum blood sugar mastery. I love Danny. I think she's really shares so much of her heart, so much of her information. She has a lot of soul and depth and empathy, and she really just wants to help people. She comes really from a good place of love. And she shared a lot of good, support in that episode about how to support your blood sugar with all the quantum and circadian strategies. So that was a great episode.
I'd love to have her on again in 2026. I mean, she's just such a beautiful human.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
let's keep
Anytime.
that in mind.
Danny, come
Yeah,
on back on. You're
yeah, yeah.
welcome.
So coming in at number four, episode 89, The Healing Power of Negatively Charged Water with Robert Goulet. Mia Water, right? He's just,
Yeah.
what can we say? He's incredible. And the way that structured water has blown up in the last 5 years, if you don't have it, you got to get it somehow. He has amazing devices. We don't have it in the list here, but also I should have mentioned one of my favorites was with Nolte. What's his first
Yeah.
name? Gosh, his name.
Clayton,
Clayton.
Clayton.
Thank you so much, Clayton
Yeah.
Nolte. It's called Structured Water with Clayton Nolte. And so these two together are just, they have pretty much everything you need. But Robert has beautiful devices. Vanessa has this cool one where it just goes in between two glass water bottles so she can structure her water. I bought some from Clayton that go in the sink in the shower, in the kitchen. So it's structured water information. And Robert has tons of really great information on his website.
Yeah. Clayton Nolte, that episode was number 111, The Spiritual Gifts of Structured Water. That was that episode was really awesome too. Like they're all so good. Like it was so interesting. I could
Yes,
have
they
talked
do.
to him for hours. I mean,
Yeah.
that was a longer podcast, but he's so interesting. And Robert really is like the way that he grew up was like connected to nature and living on the farm and having availability to structured water and all the things. And there's just really just pull towards everything that I value as well when he spoke. So I really resonated with his information and the way that he spoke about structured water. And I'm like, I have his device. I love his device. I use it every day I'm always spinning water for everybody and structuring. Like I'm like, wait a minute, don't drink that water. I didn't structure it yet. Like I structure it I use it for food when I'm cooking. I just use it all the time. And I really feel so much more hydrated and so much more, yeah, just so much more vital since using his device. So I would highly recommend it. Yeah.
And the fifth one of the year, number 86, Daniel White, How Light Unites Our Biology and Spirit. Daniel has a new light bulb out. We are
Hmm.
so excited about, and I signed up to be an affiliate for it to promote. What a just lovely human. I mean, I could just feel his heart the whole time we were sitting there.
Yep.
He's so like he's so accessible. His heart is so accessible. His ability to be there present with us. You could just
Hmm.
feel how much he cares about bringing this message of light into the world. So I
Oh my
really
goodness.
enjoyed that episode.
Yeah, that was number 86. And yeah, 100%. He's so committed to helping people or the light environment in all places be changed. I mean, he had those studies from the schools that he's done. That was so cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, big heart, big passion, big heart, big passion is the way I would describe Daniel. And yeah, he has a new company he's doing. I think it's called In Rhythm, and he has a partner,
Yeah.
which I can't remember his name. But hoping to get them both on the podcast as a duo would be fun to talk about that. And yeah, he has a new light bulb. I believe it's an LED, but it has infrared is what it has, and it can be changed. The color temperature can be changed. I got one myself, so I cannot wait to use it. And once I start using it and loving it, which I'm sure I will, I'll be sharing it. I have an affiliate as well. We both do. So it'd be amazing to support his work and just getting healthy light into our homes and getting healthy light into, I think that his goal is into more mainstream, like into other corporations and big places, right? Get healthy light everywhere. That would be amazing. So, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And then number 98 was Christine Kennedy, Healing Mast Cell Activation Syndrome. So Christine, Heather missed this episode, but this was such a good episode too. And I honestly, Christine is a ton of fun, very sweet, kind woman, and she's was really suffering very greatly from mast cell, and she really used homeopathy to help her heal. And amazing story, she used it not in the typical classical way, she used it more in the practical way. Like every time she had something, she would take, anytime she had the symptoms, she would use homeopathy instead of allopathy instead. So she just was substituting, and she's learned from Joette Calabrese, which is really more practical homeopathy. And even though Heather and I both learned the classical approach, she's still healing with this practical approach of just, treating basically each symptom that comes up. And, symptoms that she treated a couple times, never came back, right? Like vertigo, or I can't remember other ones, but I know vertigo was one, or panic attacks, I believe was another. Anyway, she's doing amazing work. And I think that she might be taking clients or at least teaching courses now, I believe, on homeopathy, one or the other. So go check her out and the work that she's doing. But I also think that the reason why we'll see that episode higher on the list of the top 10 is because so many people are dealing with mast cell activation syndrome, and they're want to know what to do and how to support it. And get your circadian biology on point, and then use homeopathy. Those would be my two things, and try to get away from conventional medicine if you can. But yeah, great episode. Christine is a really, really good person, good soul. And they started a podcast. She started a podcast. I can't remember the name of it, but she started a podcast as well that she's running with a friend of hers too. So she's sharing more, and it's great to see her opening up and doing all that. So it's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So number 7 of the year was episode 92, The Do's and Don'ts of Cold Thermogenesis. Wow, this kind of reminds me of like when you first find out about quantum biology, you're like doing all the things gung ho, balls to the walls, like I did in the ocean, freezing my ass off for a year. And
Mhm.
then I was like, oh, maybe this is not so great for me. So we really recommend this episode so that you can find your own way. And the most important thing is to be able to be really attuned to your body. So you may not want to jump all into the cold water in the beginning. You may need that in the beginning. You just listen to this episode so you can learn the subtleties of cold thermogenesis and how to do it right for you, especially if you're female. It's like an essential episode.
Oh my goodness, yes. That was number 92. Great, great episode we did. And I'm so glad we bring it because I feel like everybody wants the protocol and just do this and just do that. And like also not everybody's a man, and women have fluctuating hormones, and there are other things like we need to be more delicate, and it's not like all about like I have a cold aversion, like forget it. Like I mean, I can do some cold therapy, but jumping into cold water in the middle of winter, it ain't happening, and I don't care how good you tell me it is for my biology, it creates a stress response in me. So it's not for me. And I think we just have to know our bodies, and this episode will help you have discernment around that and trusting your body and your intuition about cold thermogenesis and how it could be supportive.
Yep.
So, good one. So,
Yep.
number 106 was defining POMC and the health benefits. That's a really great episode because most people don't know what POMC is, but you can learn on that episode what it is. And basically, it's, peptides that are really activated through sunshine and especially UVB light. And we talked all about all of the amazing things that POMC does in that body and why you should be getting a lot of sunlight, not be afraid of it.
If you do need
So,
any more encouragement, yes, go listen to that episode about why
yeah,
sun is so
that
overrated.
episode will give you, you'll be like, oh my goodness, I just want to go live in the tropics.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
me. Not the cold thermogenesis, tropics. That's where I want
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
go.
I'll take the tropics too.
Yeah.
All right, next to last is number 9, episode 94, Nicole Hartman, Circadian Fitness for Every Season. I am so delighted to see Nicole coming in the top 10 because she has so much to offer about how to pair circadian with our exercise. Like, when do you want to exert yourself? How to go with the rhythm, the flow, how to basically tailor your workout to your own age and health status and all the things, and what another just like such lovely human.
Yeah, who also beats to her own drum, right? And she's
Mm.
very the best way where she's very what is the word I'm looking for? She's not rigid. She's very flexible, when it comes to all the quantum and circadian practices, which I love. And she's very much about like supporting the person, right? And I love that. And yeah, Nicole's really great. And I know she's also starting to learn more about homeopathy in the practical way from the same trainer that Christine Kennedy learned from as well.
Oh.
She's learning from Joette Calabrese and she's learning practical homeopathy, which is so cool. So I love it. And that's our second episode with Nicole. We had two episodes with her. So she was on earlier as well. So great person. And
Mhm.
then we have a tie at number 10. We had two episodes. So it was number 87, which was Amanda Stankin, Quantum Rhythmic Movements Through Primitive Reflex Integration. I'll talk about Amanda because I have a connection with her because I've worked with her. I learned from her. I learned how to, I had training with her about how I personally worked with her for rhythmic movement training for primitive reflex integration, which is a nervous system tool strategy that I still utilize today to support my own nervous system. And then I loved it so much that I took a training on it so I could help my clients with it. So this is a service that I actually do offer, and I learned through Amanda, who's a superstar of it. So I do help clients in this way as well. And they're these little simple, subtle movements that you think would be dumb or stupid, but they have such a big quantum effect on the body, right? And they really are so health supportive in just regulating nervous system and integrating these primitive reflex movements that should be integrated through our whole life, but they get unintegrated through Wi-Fi exposure, through dysregulated nervous systems, through foods we eat that, bother our system, whatever, medications that we take, they can become unintegrated. So we can reintegrate them. So you don't have a startle reflex. So you don't toe walk. So you don't have holes in the top of your shoes from the way you walk, like I used to, literally, because my
And the
would bring my
top of your shoe? Huh.
yeah, I'd bring my as I walk. This
Oh,
is
and
a
the toe in the front. Okay, got it.
a Babinski issue. Your Babinski reflex is not activated correctly. So when I would walk, the top of my front toe would come up a little bit, which is not normal. And then I have a hole in the top of my shoe, which I no longer have in my other new pair of shoes. So like this is what I'm talking about. Like these and that the way your foot, right, is going the whole way. That's going to affect the entire rest of your body, right? The
Yeah.
way that you're walking and moving. So there is just so much to it that we really think like, oh, that's dumb, it's stupid, but it's like little thing, but it's really affects the entire system in a huge, profound way. So I love Amanda. She's an amazing person, incredible heart also. I mean, all of our guests are amazing. Like it's just she has such a big heart and such a big passion for quantum biology and light, and then also the primitive reflex integration and nervous system support. And the amount of knowledge that woman has is incredible too, because she's I can't remember what she did, but she's teaching at like universities prior to this. So she's very intelligent and yeah, wonderful.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then we had the tie. You said number 91, episode 91 was Jeff Gibson, Light Up Your Life. Jeff is everywhere. He's just involved in all the things. He was integral in helping to start the goodness, I'm what
Circadian
QVC.
rhythm,
Yeah,
CRD, Circadian Rhythm Disruption Challenge.
Circadian Rhythm Disruption Challenge. They've now integrated that into the Institute of Applied Quantum Biology, right? The whole kit and caboodle.
Oh yeah, that's right. It got integrated. That's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, but he and Daniel were part of the team along with Avi and help me out,
Lauren.
Laura. Thank you.
Hmm.
I guess I need to help with my memory. Um,
You're doing great.
so they all got together and then they created this beautiful, beautiful enterprise basically that has really, really expanded the reach of quantum biology. Let's be honest. I mean, they've
Hmm.
brought in so many people with their challenge. So Jeff was a part of that.
Hmm. And he had a beautiful story too about how light supported him, and he has a really big heart and passion for supporting that as well. And really another good, you could just feel, I don't know, the people who are into quantum biology and light, I just feel like there's something about it that's a little special that you can really just feel
Mhm.
their emotional capacity in their heart and their just
Yep.
joy for life and their desire to support the humanity. I feel like I just feel that from a lot of them, which is an interesting theme to note.
Well, that makes sense though, right? Because the
Hmm.
light is what connects us to our heart, to our humanity, to our soul, to our divinity. And
Yep.
the less light I think people are exposed to and be able to absorb, they become depressed, they become anxious, they become more self-focused because you're basically in survival mode. Let's be honest. You're in survival mode. Your body is compromised. Your spirit and your soul are compromised. You don't even have the energy for joy. You're just basically doing the grind. So that's why I think that we enjoy one of the reasons that we have all these amazing guests and we enjoy the podcast so much is that we have people who are being nourished by this potent and basically life-giving energy that without that you start to really you start to dwindle. You start to
You
right?
can you can feel their light and it's like they're transmitting the light
Yes.
to us. That's how I
Yes.
feel. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
So
beautiful. Yeah, and there are just so many other amazing episodes. We could talk forever about it because they're all really great. We just had Dr. Maria Lombardo 135. That was so incredible. If you didn't listen to that one yet, go back. That one was so worth listening to. I mean, they're all good. I mean, none of them are bad. Let's just say that. They're all really, really, really good, and they're all amazing. Shirley Plant on how to cure insomnia. That was a beautiful story she shared too. Diego 120 about stringless lighting. That was awesome. Chroma with Matt 118. That was so good. Dr. Larry Malarba. I could go on and on. Blue Bottle Love Lady, like
oh,
Kaden, she's amazing.
Hayden. Mm-mm.
116,
Yeah.
Dr. Jacob Lieberman, like, I mean, come on,
Oh,
115, that was
yeah.
so good, right? Like,
Plus we had Zayd on. He's
yeah, Zayd
just
was so good. They're,
powerhouse. So we've had and Jack. We had Jack Schroeder. Jack
yeah, he
Schroeder
was
was
awesome.
incredible.
And also Danitza was so great with family constellations and homeopathy, talking about the golden spiral remedy that she made. That was 108. That was amazing. I mean, they're all amazing. Lori Irwin, 104 about healing relationships. She was so good. Hannah was so good. I'm just looking back at all of them. Hannah Levine.
Emily. Emily
Yeah. Oh
Jones.
my God, I forgot about Emily. Hannah Levine, though, with Ayurvedic was 103. That was so good. 102 that we did also homeopathy with healing, supporting acute illnesses with homeopathy health upgrade. That one everybody should listen to too. That one's so good. Okay, we'll just keep going on and on. They're
I
also
know.
Emily was amazing too with her
Yeah.
Claire vocals. That
Hmm.
was so good.
Yeah.
All right, so just listen to them all, guys. Don't miss
Yeah.
them.
You got to listen to them all. If you're new, you have to a lot of listening to do. Make it up. Got to make up
Yeah,
for
if you're new, you
it.
gotta just download them all and just keep going back, because they're all amazing. So yeah,
Mhm.
we really just want to thank you too for being here, listening, being a listener, being a part of, being on the journey with us, being a part of our community. So grateful for the conversations we have. So grateful when you interact. I post all of these on my YouTube channel, and I love it when I get a comment that just the way the guest touched you or the episode touched you or what you felt about it or I love all that. Like I some people might think, it's annoying. I want to hear. I like the feedback. Like I want to hear it, So yeah, I appreciate when we have that feedback very much. It means a lot because there's a reason we do it. It's not just because Heather and I are not here to do it to make money. We're here to do it to connect with people and to support people. Like that's why we're here. So yeah.
Yeah. So let us know if any of you has any ideas
Oh,
around,
yeah.
yeah, if any of you have any ideas around what you want to hear, guests you want to recommend to us, we'll definitely consider any suggestions that you have. Don't forget to rate and review our podcast, share it with people you know who need this information. And like
Mhm.
Vanessa said, leave comments. My YouTube is Enlightened Mood. We'd love to hear from you.
Mhm.
And
I'm Bright Light Wellness, my YouTube.
Bright Light Wellness and Enlightened Mood. And
Hmm.
we are really looking forward to 2026. We almost have the whole half of the year booked already. I
I
haven't,
know.
Vanessa's been on it. I've invited a few people. We have Morley Robbins coming up. We have other people. Do you want to mention any previews? No?
My
Okay.
brain is trying to
Oh,
remember.
I know. We have so much information, we're trying to access it all. But we have almost the year booked, the half of the year booked out. So we just are cruising. It's going to be another fabulous year in
Oh,
2026.
Scott Zimmerman's going to be a fun one also. That's going to be a great one. Yeah, Morley Robbins is going to be really great. Yeah, we have one on astrology coming up for you with Liz Norman. That's going to be so fun. Yeah, some repeat guests. I don't want to say too much.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be it's gonna be a yeah surprise.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, like I said, like Heather said, please share us. Every once in a while, I do get people who are like, "Oh, you should interview so and so," and I love that too because sometimes they're just not on our radar, and they will be an amazing guest. And my goodness, there are just infinite amount of possibilities when it comes to people who will come on the show. But I also really love episodes with it's just me and you, Heather,
yeah,
too. I really do. Like I love that our podcast, personally, me, has a mix of both. And I don't think there are many people who are doing that. And I think it makes us kind of unique that we interview people and then we also sometimes like we talk about the interview afterwards or we share integrate our experiences with it, which I love. And then we also have episodes where it's just us sharing our gifts and our wisdom and our thoughts about different topics. And I love the mix of it. I think it's so unique and special and different. So
it
fun.
is
Because usually people just are interviewers or
right.
just sharing their selves. Like
Solo
we're doing
cast.
both. So
Yeah,
we're kind of like unique and different and really cool.
we are. We are. All right, you
All
guys. Thank
right.
you so much. Have a happy holiday, beautiful New Year's, and we will see you in 2026.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you being here.